Well, y'all, welcome back to another episode of Rolling the Bottom. I'm your host, Zach Moore. Hope you guys are all doing wonderful. We're here to break down an incredible Xfinity Series race from stage one to the final lap, the final turn. Looking forward to jumping all in, so let's rock. So we go into stage one. Stage one, Jesse Love is the pole sitter, leads the first couple laps, and then he gets passed by Chandler Smith, and then Jesse Love kind of falls back from there. Chandler Smith is running it pretty well, but then Justin Allgaier has a fast car, and really is just on a mission, ends up passing Chandler Smith, and then Justin Allgaier ends up leading the rest of stage one, winning stage one, really showing that Justin Allgaier, this is his car. I picked Chandler Smith to win this race. I felt like, okay, Chandler Smith's fine. We go back into stage two. Justin Allgaier gets another great restart. It was side by side with Riley Herbst. He was really able to keep that strong lead and really was able to prevail and then win stage two. And then later on in stage two, we had a split by the 42, and this was like around 10 laps to go in the final stage. 42 didn't hit much. It was a good slide. Kept the car out of the wall. They restarted on 8 laps to go. Justin Allgaier versus Austin Hill was able to come out with a massive jump. I mean, like I already said, Justin Allgaier just had so good restarts. Was able to prevail and lead those last 8 laps of stage two, winning stage two, sweeping both of the first two stages. We had Riley Herbst out there against Justin Allgaier, and then restarting. Justin Allgaier was able to take another great restart, stay out in front, and then later on, early in that stage three, we had a caution with Jen Burton getting in the wall. It got loose. I mean, we saw a lot of single car spins. I mean, this track is very treacherous. In turn 1 and 2, it's the progressive banking, but you have that PJ1 that's very slippy. Really, if you got loose, good luck. Hopefully, you don't go up that area because you're going to then make your ability to make that turn even worse and most likely spin out or wreck. Then a restart. I would say around 80 laps to go in the final stage, and Justin Allgaier was really able to take sail. I mean, he had a good 2.5 second lead, and then Riley Herbst was able to then reel him in closer and closer, and that's when green flag pit stops happened. And I'm really just talking about the front two because there's a ton of other drivers that were involved. I'll talk about those guys when we go to our top 20. But Justin Allgaier was getting ran down by Riley Herbst. They come into pit stops, and Riley Herbst has a terrible pit stop. It was like a second worse than what Justin Allgaier was, and Justin Allgaier still had a good, decent gap. Maybe like half a second gap with him. And that's what stretched the entire lead out again. And then during that time, he had some strategy with Sheldon Creed running long, but then he pitted, and it was like Austin Hill that ran really long because he pitted, halfway through stage two, near the end of stage two. And that's what gave him a good cycle on his tires. But he stayed out long. SVG also stayed out long there. But then as all the cycle through, Austin Hill did up hitting. Justin Allgaier was able to take the lead. But I would say a good 5, 6, 7 laps into that, Riley Herbst was back towards Justin Allgaier, reeling him in, looking like Justin Allgaier was struggling. Struggling dealing with some lap traffic. 28 laps to go. Justin Allgaier, with the pressure of Riley Herbst, gets into Leland Honeycutt, spins Leland Honeycutt out, and throws a caution. And almost in the way I felt like, man, this is actually kind of what maybe is a good thing for Justin Allgaier because he was going to probably get past for Riley Herbst. Not saying he tried that intentionally. He was just trying to get out of the way. He wanted that lap car. He was trying to push the lap car up, leaving Honeycutt up the track. But that threw a caution out, and then that was really interesting because then Austin Hill took 2 tires during his pit stop after running the early part of the stage. That's what made it really interesting because then Austin Hill, when he was leading and running that first cycle long, he only took 2 tires, was able to stay on his lead lap. And when they cycled through, Sam Mayer, after about 2-ish laps, took the lead. But all of a sudden, here comes Ryan Sieg in 39 out of nowhere. A rocket ship of a truck. And a couple laps was able then to pass Sam Mayer with around 17-ish laps to go. Then we had a caution with a 91, the 15. A bunch of cars were involved there. 91 got spun around. And that's what made it interesting. Really interesting. Oh, man, it looks like now the 39's in trouble here. Because then when the restart happened, it was the 39, the 1 on the outside, the 98 on the third, and then on the fourth, I believe it was Justin Allgaier. They restart. The 39 got a great jump in the restart, and was able then to set and have a massive monster lead going down the back stretch. And now it was a battle between the 1, the 98, the 7, really battling hard there. But the 39 was able to stretch his lead out. And while racing, this was only with around, I believe, 11 laps to go. Riley Herbst has in trouble, makes some contact, gets a tire rub, loses all his track position, ends up falling outside the top 20. But there was a battle between the 7 and the 1. Then the 1, after battling with the 7, was able then to clear. And then there was a battle between the 1 and the 39. I mean, this was incredible. The 39 had a big lead. It looked really big on TV. Only a second and a half And it was, the gap slowly got smaller, but it was slowly going smaller and smaller. And I felt like, man, I don't know. It's five laps ago. It's around a second lead for the 39 of Ryan Sieg. I didn't know how it was all going to play out, but the one was able to get closer and closer. And around with 2 laps ago, he was near his bumper. And it really looked like the one was really able to make 3 and 4 work, and the 39 was getting beat on that turn. Well, 1 lap to go. I'm going to commentate the last lap in my words. White flag. The 39 goes into turn 1. The 1 goes to the outside in the second lane on 1 and 2. Has some momentum. Getting off the track. 39. The 1's in the inside of the 39. They're going down the backstretch for the final time. They're side drafting the crap out of each other. The 1 gets the lead. Comes up the track. Tries to block the 39. The 39 comes to the inside. The 1 outside. The 1 outside. The 39 on the inside. They're door banging. They're sliding around. The 39 hits the 1. Coming to the line. Who's it going to be? And it ends up being the 1 by 0.002 seconds. Wow, it was an incredible finish. What a drive by the 1 to run him the 39 down, but what a heartbreak for Ryan Sieg. If we go to our top 20 finishers, congratulations to Sam Mayer. First win of the season, a must-need win. Was really had a terrible start to the season, but this is a great win for him, going to give him some momentum. Man, let him breathe a little bit. And then in the second place, Ryan Sieg, so close. I thought he had it with 5-6 laps to go. I felt like, yes, the 1 was catching him, but I felt like the 39 was holding his own, running solid lap times there, but just wasn't enough. Comes up 0.002 seconds short. Oh my gosh, that has to kill him. But gave a great interview. You just could see his frustration, his disappointment. But I do believe this still should be a good sign for this team that they are getting better. They are getting faster. I do see the 39 up there a lot more. I think there's a lot of potential that we could see them running up front and having another chance to win a race this season. Just saw a guy third, a guy who I thought was dominating this race and had the best car in stage 1 and 2, but then it fell off. The 90 was a little bit quicker there. So comes out third. Still a great finish for him. Then the 4, Adrian there. The 5, a Cold Custer. He was the sponsor of the race. I think it was a Cold Custer 300. Comes up and brings it home top 5 for that car. Austin Hill 6. Ryan Truex, solid run for him. And a part-time schedule, running 7th. 8th, Sammy Smith. 9th, Jesse Love. Won the pole, just never had the speed. He was right outside the top 10 all day, in my opinion. Brings it home, number 9. Anthony Alfredo, great run for that small team and him. 10th, Taylor Gray. 11, then a great run for a Joe Gibbs car and him, a very young, talented driver. And then Josh Williams, another top 15 for him, hopefully building some better finishes, some better momentum. And then 13th, Brandon Jones had some glimpses of running up in the top 5 once in this race. Almost thought maybe he could be his dad, but didn't work out for him. And then Kyle C. 14, top 15, another 2 top 15s for RSS Racing. 15th is Chandler Smith. I thought he had a top 5 car all day, but then he had a little scuffle there where Sheldon Creed, his teammate, he got slid up in 1 and 2, hit him. He lost momentum, and he got some right corner damage there. And then 16th, Jeremy Clemens, great run for him. Behind, solid. I expected a little bit more from him in this race. 18th is SVG, a solid finish for him. All he's doing is putting good, solid finishes. If he can get that win, he can be in good position going into the playoffs, because I believe he can be a playoff car. But yeah, really good run for him. Sheldon Crane, 19, not ranked for him, what you expect for a veteran Xfinity Series guy in a Joe Gibbs racing car, but sometimes that happens for him. He's running well, but he's never, when he's in position, I feel like, to win, it never goes his way, and that doesn't do the necessary things to put himself out in front. And then 20th is Matt Tabata in a Viking Motorsports car. Great run for him. This is awesome for him. Great to see that. Then let's put this race on the Rolly rate. This was really good. Stage 1, Stage 2 were fine. Good race there. I felt like, Justin Allgaier was really stinking up the show, but that's what happens when you got a good car. I always say that a lot. But there's still a lot of jockeying for the positions. But then Stage 3, the intensity picked up. We saw it make mistakes, but then we saw a great strategy when that caution came out after, Austin Hill leading a lot of that and only had like 7 laps on the one side of his tires and come in. That's when you knew it was going to get interesting, because you knew most likely Justin Allgaier was not going to come out the leader. So that's when it really got spun on his head. It was really exciting. And we saw an incredible finish. I mean, it was incredible. Bumper to bumper. 0.002 seconds. It was awesome. Great finish. These are the races you wish the Cup Series could put on more often, but due to the car and the way NASCAR and the direction NASCAR is going with this car, they're not able to do that as often. But when it comes to the rating, the rolling rate, I'm going to get this at 8.6. Great race, like I said. First half was okay. It was good, still good racing. It was just that the leader was so dominant. But then in the third stage, it just put over the roof. And then that freaking photo finish is what sent this thing off into outer space. Now, it wasn't a perfect race in my opinion, but you got to leave a little bit of room there. I know I think I gave the Atlanta Super Speedway race a 10-0. It was probably because the racing was always so tight and the Super Speedway allows that. That's why I gave it that rating. All in all, great race, like I said. Besides that, thank you guys for watching. Congrats to Sam Mayer. So sad for Ryan Sieg. Hopefully he gets an opportunity to win a race this year. Would be a great story. Well, the Cup Series racing tomorrow. Kyle Larson's on pole. We'll see how that one turns out. I'm looking forward to it as always. Besides that, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next one. Goodbye.